Will she or won't she? No one knows if Hillary Clinton has future presidential ambitions, but that prospect and an ill-timed miniseries based on her life has NBC in a fix.
Few political figures antagonize conservatives more than Hillary Clinton. So when NBC announced plans for a miniseries about her life as First Lady to the present, cue the predictable grousing.
It's no secret that the Clintons have a lot of very close relationships in Hollywood and that Hollywood generally embraces Democrats. It certainly did with the Clintons.
But suspicions of a whitewater whitewash aside, critics are particularly riled up by NBC's timing. The miniseries, produced by the entertainment division, would give Hillary plenty of publicity just as she considers a possible White House run in 2016. That has Republicans threatening NBC News, no debates for you.
That it would be reasonable to have the chairman of the party say, hang on a second, you ought not be doing feature films or documentaries and miniseries about what we know to be a very likely candidate that's running on the Democratic side of the aisle.
NBC News staffers apparently agree, arguing that the miniseries puts the news division in a very awkward position.
A lot of news people would say, including NBC News people, including Chuck Todd and all the rest of us, a really bad idea given the timing.
And Chuck Todd took it one step further, calling it a total nightmare.
People are going to see the Peacock, and they see NBC, and they see NBC News, and they think, well, they can't be that separate.
This peacock may have just laid an egg.
I don't know. In many ways, I see this as a tempest in a teapot. For one thing, it's a fictionalized series. In order to have some drama, they're going to have to make Hillary's character somewhat controversial or argumentative or the B word, something like that. So who knows how it's seriously, who knows how it's going to come out? I mean, I have never seen anybody in this day and age confused about what's entertainment and what's news. I mean, it's one or the other. And in this case, I don't think people are going to be too confused about it.
I don't know. It just strikes me as a bad idea all around. And one of the things that I find odd about this is that NBC has kind of been lumped together with CNN, which is going to be working on a documentary about Hillary Clinton. I don't see what the problem is with that. She's, a well-known person about whom you could probably make an interesting documentary about. But this fictionalized film, I don't know why we make fictionalized films about real living people anyway. Hillary Clinton aside, I kind of agree with the NBC journalists who say, you're ruining our lives, entertainment division. Please stop.
Well, a couple of things. First of all, why'd you hire Chelsea Clinton, NBC News division, if you didn't want to be ruining your life? Let me just put that on the table. I do think that maybe it's possible for people to separate entertainment and news. Okay, but the content becomes fodder for the conversation. And if she's on the road in the campaign, it becomes fodder. Somebody's going to say, in the miniseries the other night, they said, you said, at blah, blah, blah. And she's going to have to respond to that. So it ends up being a part of it. For me, the issue is the timing. Why can't you finish it early and put the thing on now? We're done with that. Why is it, weeks before everybody's immersed in the campaign? I don't understand the timing. To me, but that's their business, and it is separate from NBC News, so I understand their consternation. But the content will become fodder for the campaign trail. It just will. That's how it works. And I agree with you. CNN's documentary should not be in the same category.
It upsets me that they're doing a fictionalized series on Hillary too, but I really agree with you that I think the story is not going to be all positive on her. Right? What's upsetting now is that I think the public in general is assuming that this is going to be a puff piece, and that's, I think, the way it's been played so far, is that the liberal media has taken on this project, and now you're going to see a liberal show about a liberal person in time for the election. And I think the onus is going to be on NBC to make it not look that way. I really hope the thing gets canceled. Isn't there still a chance?
There is.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I agree with you, Emily. I mean, basically, I don't like it when there's all these presumptions, and it's basically political censorship, And the other point really is that if Diane Lane's in it, then count me in as well. I mean, basically.
Yeah, really. Yeah, she's great. Yeah. No, it's timing. I think they could do better on that.
Wait till the Dan Burton character comes into it and is trying to prove that Hillary Clinton was somehow responsible for Vince Foster's death. I mean, that's not going to help her campaign, is it?
I'm waiting for
that'll be one of the episodes.
Right.
Probably will.
I'm waiting for the Fox miniseries on Chris Christie. That'll come up next, obviously.
And we don't know who's going to play Bill yet.
Yeah, that's right.
Big casting. Come up with somebody.